Ask not what your country can do for you. There's a long time. It's going to be, I believe, the dance of the
Peppina, oh, you little mouse, so won't you go away?
One ringy dingy.
Hand off to Griffin, cracks the middle, gets the 5. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
I'm interested to know, Gracie, who's your choice?
Need you ask, George?
Time now for spinning my dad's vinyl. Here with all his skips, scratches, and pops is my dad, Frank Vaccarello.
Thanks, sweetie, and thank you for tuning into episode 7 of Spinning My Dad's Vinyl. I get to have my girlfriend Karen along for the ride today. You will hear from her a little later in the episode. This is a Valentine's Day special episode. We are going to hear the second disc from this 2-record set. So, cuddle up for Volume 7, Love Italian Style, Part 1. And I do mean Italian style. Love Theme from The Godfather, a version by Hugo Montenegro, written by Nino, Rota. Now, that was not exactly the version you're used to. This was redone by an orchestra leader who recorded plenty of popular music. We'll also dive deeper into the soundtrack from The Godfather on a future episode of Spinning My Dad's Vinyl. Now, why did I pick this album? for today's episode, other than the title and how it matched up with Valentine's Day? Well, this was another album that got worn out on my parents' record player. I remember quite often my mom requesting it, especially as we were setting up for dinner on those Sundays. And you hear a lot of the scratches and pops because it was played so much on those turntables. And I got to introduce some of this music to my girlfriend, Karen, over the last couple days as I was recording the music. Now, Karen's always wanted to visit Italy. So, Karen, what is it that you want to do as two people who are in love when we visit that country?
Ride the gondola in Venice.
Oh, yes, one of my goals as well. And actually, I have a picture of my parents doing just that. Now, my mom was fond of many songs on this 2-album set. So let's head over to the Trevi Fountain for this next song. Spinning My Dad's Vinyl.
Mama, I miss the days when you were near to guide me. Mama, those happy days when you were here beside me. Say safe in the glow of your love, sent from the heavens above. Nothing can never replace the warmth of your tender embrace, Mama, until the day when we're together once more. I live in these memories until the day when we're together once more. Mamma, solo per te la mia canzone vola. Mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quando ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospira il mio cuore, forse non ci sono mai più. Oh, mamma, ma la canzone mia più bella sei tu. Sei tu la vita, e per la vita io non ti lascio mai più. Mamma, oh mamma, until the day when we're together once more.
The very beautiful Mama, sung by Lou Monte. Not the type of tune you usually hear him sing, especially the songs you're going to be hearing on Spinning My Dad's Vinyl. Was written by Harold Barlow and Phil Brito. Very beautiful lyrics to go along with that. Before that, 3 Coins in the Fountain by Peter Nero Orchestra, written by Jules Stein and Sammy Kahn. And yes, my parents did get a chance to throw coins into the Trevi Fountain. Time for that part of the show where we do liner notes and the value of the album. We're not going to do liner notes today because there are no liner notes on that, but we're going to make up for it by playing some extra music. Let's talk about the value of the album, Love Italian Style, from various artists. It's on the RCA Special Products label, number PRS 438. It's part of a 2 vinyl LP compilation. We are playing the second disc today. It was released in 1973. The Discogs website that I use has it valued, the lowest value at $1, median at $2.95, the highest at $15. Quite a price range in the Discog collection. Found it on Amazon for $13.99. Not too bad, not outrageous like Amazon usually is. Couldn't find one on eBay, so I found something on joesalbums.com. $3.99. Now, my dad's album is in fair condition, both the media and the album cover itself. As usual, he's got a sticker. This is a very thin, lightweight album cover, so the album actually created indentations into it. So, fair market value, we're going to put a value of $2 on my dad's record. All right. This next singer had a villa in northern Italy.
La 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 cha cha
tanti soldi, beati siano i soldi, i bene amati soldi, perché chi ha tanti soldi vive come un pascià e a piedi caldi se ne sta. Soldi, soldi, ovvero papabraschi, ti danno donne, whisky, salute e figli maschi, perché chi ha tanti soldi vive come un pascià e a piedi caldi se ne sta. Prendi, spandi e spendi, non domandare da dove provengono. Dindi, tanti dindi che nelle tasche ti fanno din din di. Oh, soldi, 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 tocca sana di questa quotidiana battaglia della grana, perché chi ha tanti soldi vive come un pascià e a piedi caldi se ne sta. La 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 cha 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 la 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 cha cha cha.
Soldi, 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 or Money, 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 sung by Sophia Loren. That was written by Gorny Kramer, Pietro Guerini, and Sandro Giovannini. Now, there are a lot of artists on this album, and this is usually where I take the break to talk about the artist. So we're going to pick one, and we're going to pick Sophia Loren because this is the only time you are going to hear from her on this podcast, and she was one of my dad's all-time favorite stars. Sofia Villani Ciccalone, born September 20th, 1934 in Rome, and is known professionally as Sophia Loren. She was named by the American Film Institute as the 21st greatest female star of classic Hollywood cinema. Loren's father refused to marry her mother, leaving them without financial support. Loren met with her father only 3 times, at age 5, 17, and in 1976 at his deathbed, citing that she forgave him but had never forgotten his abandonment of her mother. Encouraged to enroll in acting lessons after entering a beauty pageant, Loren began her film career at age 16 in 1950. She appeared in several bit parts and minor roles in the early part of the decade, until her 5-picture contract with Paramount in 1956 launched her international career. During the Second World War, the harbor and munitions plant in Pozzuoli was a frequent bombing target of the Allies. During one raid, as Loren ran to the shelter, she was struck by shrapnel and wounded in the chin. After that, the family moved to Naples, where they were taken in by distant relatives. After the war, Loren and her family returned to Pozzuoli. Loren's grandmother, Luisa, opened a pub in their living room, selling homemade cherry liquor. Loren's mother played the piano and her sister sang. Sophia waited on tables and washed dishes. The place was popular with the American GIs stationed nearby. Her primary residence has been in Geneva, Switzerland since late 2006. She owns homes in Naples and Rome and used to have a holiday house in a coastal town of Tuscany. It was in 2006 when my parents were on a tour of Italy, and they started up north. And the boat they were on floated by Sophia's house. My mother was only slightly embarrassed as my father shouted out, "I'm here, Sophia!" I told you, she was one of his favorites. Now time to order pizza from Gelato's in New York City.
Se avvise fattannato che lo che fatta a me sto mo d'avese acciso per voi sapere perché in coppa sta terra femmine come te non c'è una sta per uomo onesto come me. Tu si innamma la femmina chi sto chi fatte chiagnere lagrime infamità femmina si tu peggio vipara mentu secca dell'anima non posso più campare oh femmina si dolce come zucchero però sta faccia d'angelo te serve pegnanà femmina tu sia più bella femmina te voglio bene t'odio non te posso scordare voglio bene t'odio non te posso scordare.
Spinning My Dad's Vinyl. the beautiful melody of Santa Lucia. done by the Neapolitan Mandolins, written by Teodora Catrao in the late 1800s. And by the way, the mention of Gelato's Pizza before that song was a shout out to a Hogan's Hero episode. Look that one up. You also heard Mala Famana by Frankie Fanelli, and that was written by simply Toto, not the band from the 1970s and 80s. All right, this episode has a very short side note, and it's about that last singer you just heard. Frankie Fanelli was born on May 14th, 1932 in New York City. He was an actor known for Hollywood Talent Scouts in 1965, The Ed Sullivan Show in 48, The Mike Douglas Show in 61. He died on December 7th, 2003 in Carson City, Nevada. Now, here's the real interesting side note to this. He was a fixture in the Reno nightclub scene. He would perform at night and drive a beer truck by day. And he recorded for RCA in the 1960s. Talk about some of those singers not getting paid by the record companies. All right, next up, music from another trumpet player you will hear entire albums from in later episodes. Al Di La by trumpeter Al Hurt, written by Carlo Donita, Irvin Drake, and another one of those one-name artists, Mogul. Now, Al Di La is a very popular Italian song that was recorded by many artists over the years, so it was interesting to hear this version included in this collection. Another very enjoyable episode, bringing back great memories of home and listening to a lot of music, a lot of what my mom liked to listen to. Like I said, always asking for me to put this album on. It was also really nice to share this episode along with some of my stories about my mom and dad, because my girlfriend only got to meet my dad very late in life. So thank you, sweetie, for being here on this special Valentine's Day edition. So now let's hear a song that was done before Dean Martin made it even more popular.
Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. E volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su. mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare, oh, cantare, oh, nel blu dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. Di blu, felice di stare lassù, e volavo, volavo felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su, mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare, di blu, felice di stare lassù, nel blu dipinto di blu.
Volare. A little more up-tempo and a little jazzier than the Dean Martin version that you are used to, and sung all in Italian by Domenico Modugno, who was one of the co-writers, along with Franco Migliacci. Well, this was a nice episode. I want to thank my girlfriend, Karen, for being here with me on this special Valentine's Day episode, and I want to thank you for tuning into Volume 7, Love Italian Style, Part 1, However You Did. If you have any questions about this podcast, head over to spinningmydadsvinyl.com. I'll be back next week with all my skips, scratches, and pops for Volume 8, JFK, The Presidential Years. Go with the flow, my friends.